Very good morning, children. Today we are going to start with our second point, the second subpart of our chapter, Physical Features of India, where we will be studying about the formation of the Himalayas. Before that, let me tell you that there are major landforms in our country. As the word suggests, landforms. Landform means various forms of the land. When a mountain, the first form is a mountain, very high mountain ranges which are exceeding above 6,000 meters, that is known as the mountain ranges. Second landform is known as the plateau area. When we talk about the plateau areas are that they are neither very high, neither very plain. They are the short high hill ranges. The third landform is talking about the plain area. Plain area which is extensively running plain for a long period of time. It is a plain area. We find in the plain area the maximum populated region of our country. When we talk about these three major landforms, we find that these three major landforms has its evolution. When we talk about evolution, these landforms has certain process. We find the process of the formation of these various landforms have taken place, have evolved with two processes. The first process is the weathering and second is the erosion. When we talk about weathering is that when the rocks are there, when the big rocks, they break into the smaller rocks. Now what are the agents of breaking of these bigger rocks? You must have seen in the earth crust, there are innumerable rocks which are found in the earth crust from years and years and years together. They are there for years together. When any agent fall on them, when there is high temperature, then the temperature changes from high to low, and again it is a high temperature. We find in the due course of time, with the increase of temperature or the decrease of temperature, these rocks break down. These bigger rocks take the formation of the small rocks, and gradually after some time, these rocks take the formation of the soil. The second agent regarding this is time period. Time period means for how long they are. There are rocks which are found in the earth crust for lakhs and lakhs of years. They have been found there. The second agent regarding the landforms is known as the erosion. Erosion means that how a material which is there in some part of land and how it gets eroded. Eroded means carried away. Carried away from one area to another area. The major agents of erosions are water, wind and ice. You know, children, that water is found in the rivers. When the Himalayas are there, with the formation of the rivers, when these rivers from the Himalayas move from the upper layer to the lower zone of our country, from north to south of our country, we find that these water, they carry along with them sediments. When these sediments are taken from north to the south, the material which are there, it gets eroded from the top to the bottom. Sometimes they get sedimented at place, at times they move further. The rocks are sedimented there only, whereas the wind, along with this, the soil moves from one area to another. The second agent of erosion is wind. Wind means with the moving of the wind in the atmosphere. When the wind moves in the atmosphere at a high velocity, we find that this wind carries away, erodes away from one place to another the various sediments. The third one is ice. When the ice is there on the mountain region, when the sun rays falls on them, they take the formation of the rivers, and this rivers helps in the erosion of the material from one place to another. They take the accumulated sand particles, sediments move from one place to another. These are the two major agents that how the various landforms have been formed. Moving ahead, we find that this eroded material, it moves further with the presence of water and wind. It gets deposited in one place. When they get deposited in one place, we find the creation of various landforms on the surface of the earth. The landform means when the sediments keeps on accumulating on a large area, that is the formation of the Himalayas. When it is for a small period of time and it is not very high, it is known as the plateaus. And when the bigger rocks crack down into the smaller rock, we find the formation of the plain area. With these landform areas, I will explain further to the formation of the... In continuation with this, we will start with another new topic, the Great Himalayas. As the word suggests, Himalaya. The mountain range which is covered with snow perennially. Throughout the year, it is being covered with snow. When we talk about Himalayas, Himalaya is a geologically young folded mountains. I told you in my previous class that when there was an Indo-Australian plate and a Eurasian plate, when the Indo-Australian plate drifted upwards, collided with the Eurasian plate, we find the rugged terrains, the folded terrains, which is the formation of the Himalayas. When we talk about the Himalayas, it is a recent phenomenon. It is a structurally folded mountain with rugged terrain. Today, in this chapter, I will be explaining you the various features of the Himalayas. The first feature of the Himalayas is that it is being in our country from Jammu and Kashmir to Arunachal Pradesh. When we talk about the width of Himalayas, we find in the Jammu and Kashmir area, it is for 240 meters, and coming to Arunachal Pradesh, its width reduces to 150 meters. The arc of the Himalayas is 2400 meters. When we talk about the longitudinal division of the Himalayas, longitudinal divisions, we find it is being divided into 3 divisions. The first division is talking about the Himadri, the outer range of the Himalayas. Himadri is a range which is the northernmost region of the Himalayas. Its height is around 2400 meters, 6000 meters. We find here various mountain peaks. Kanchenjunga, which is in our country, and Nepal, where we find Mount Everest. We find here that this is the range where we find the various mountain ranges, the Ladakh range as well as the Karakoram range. When we talk about the Himadri, we find here that this core, the crust of this area is made up of granite. Moving ahead to the south of Himadri, we find the Himachal. Various hill stations lie in this region only. The average height of this is 3700 to 4500 meters. Prominent ranges which are found here are Pir Panjal, Mahabharat as well as the Dhauladhar ranges. The last division is talking about this Himalayan region is talking about the outermost, that is the Shivalik range. The average height of this range is 900 to 1100 meters. They are not very high as compared to the Himadri as well as the Himachal. We find here the prevalence of dunes. Now what does dune means? Dune means not very high, not very plain area, but small hills. We find the various dunes prevalent here, like the Kotli dune, the Patli dune, etc. I hope I am very clear cut with my explanation of this Himalayan ranges. Moving ahead, this is a longitudinal division of the Himalayas. Now we move ahead from west to east division of our country. we find that according to the various division, it is based on the flowing of the rivers. We find here in this particular region that the area is being classified into 4 major divisions depending upon the rivers of where it is being flowed. The first division is talking about the Punjab Himalaya. The rivers which are flowing here are Indus and Satluj. The prominent rivers which are flowing here. The second one is Kumaon Himalayas. This is a river where the river flows are Satluj and Kali. The third division is the Nepal Himalaya. Here we find the Kali as well as the Tiasta river. The last division is on the basis of west to east is known as the Assam Himalayas. Last but not the least, we find an area which is known as the Purvanchal area. This is on the east of the area. Here, what do we find here? We find that it is a accumulation of sedimentary rocks. Now the question arises, why it is accumulation of sedimentary rocks? When the river flows, the sediments get deposited in one area. With the due course of time, this accumulated soil turns into the formation of the rocks. In this particular Purvanchal area, we find the formation of the sedimentary rocks. This is a division which is purely based on the division of west to east. So now we are clear cut with our explanation, talking about north to south explanation of the Himalayas, where there are 3 ranges, the Himadri, the Himachal as well as the Shivalik, as well as the division of the Himalayas from west to east, where we have studied the 5 major divisions, ending up with the Purvanchal. I hope I am clear with my explanation. Thank you very much.